Hello guys, and welcome to tutorial number 5. And in this tutorial I'm going to be talking to you guys about bold, italics, and comments. Okay guys, let's just jump to text editor, and here you can actually see I cleared off the code from the previous tutorial, and now I just went to went ahead and created this paragraph because it's what we're going to make use of in this tutorial series. So I just want to save you guys the stress of having to watch me type all this out, and also to save time. So okay, I said in this tutorial the first thing we're going to be talking about here is how to make a text bold in HTML. So here you guys can actually see that I said this is a normal text and this is a bold text. So what we're going to actually try to do is trying to make this text bold. In HTML there are actually various ways you can actually make a text bold. Let's say, okay, basically in the main HTML without CSS, the main ways, there are two ways, and one of those ways is the semantic way. So the semantic way has to do with semantic means something that has a meaning, and in HTML using semantic markup to make a text bold is actually the standard way of making text bold, so that when it is read in screen readers or when it's viewed by screen readers or search engines, they actually had a special stress on that word. Alright, so the way we're going to declare a semantic way of writing or making your text bold is actually using the strong tag. Okay, so that's how you make text bold in HTML. So the strong tag is actually double tag, so we're going to go ahead and close it off. Okay, so if we go ahead and save this now and jump to our browser, okay, then refresh. Okay, nice. So let me just go ahead and zoom this in, and now you can see that we've got a bold text. So this is a normal text and this is a bold text. Okay, so that's how you actually make your text bold in HTML using the first method. And the second method, or the second way of making your text bold in HTML, is actually using the B tag, and this is actually the non-semantic way. Not most people don't actually use this because this is not the standard way, but if you actually run this in your validator, it's actually not going to pick up any error because B is a valid HTML tag. It's not actually recommended because the standard way of writing or making text bold in HTML is actually using the semantic way. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this now and go back to our browser and hit refresh. Okay, so here you can actually see that nothing happened because there is no visual difference between the strong tag and the bold tag. The only difference there is just that one is semantic and the other is not. Whereby one is where when it is the semantic tag, which is a strong tag, when it's displayed in search engines or when it's being read by screen readers, it actually reads this text with an extra meaning. Okay, so that's that. Then let's so as for me, I actually like using the strong tag, so you can actually use that if you want to, but it's not longer compulsory in HTML5. So next, want to actually look at how to make this text bold. So here you can see, okay, how about some italics? Okay, so also in the italics we have two ways of making the text italicized. So the first way is also the semantic way of making a text bold is by using an EM tag. Okay, you can see an EM tag, and this EM actually stands for emphasis, right? So it's also a double tag, so we're gonna go ahead and close it off and save. So if we go to our browser now and refresh this, okay, now you can actually see that, okay, how about some italics? You can actually see the text has been italicized. So that's actually the semantic way of making the text italicized in HTML. Then the non-semantic way of making a text italicized in HTML is by using a tag called an I tag. Okay, so I guess that should stand for italic, and it's the non-semantic way of making a tag italicized in HTML, so I do not recommend it, but it still works the same way. So if we go to our browser and hit refresh, you can see that our text is still italicized. So there's no visual difference between the emphasis tag and the I tag. They actually have the same visual effect. Okay, then finally the next thing I want to talk about here is comments, because in the next tutorial and further tutorials, we're going to be actually making use of comments. So I said I just want to lay it out there and talk to you guys about it, so when we get to that part you actually know that, okay, yeah, this is a comment. Okay, so to define a comment in HTML, we need to actually use a small down sign, then an exclamation mark, then 2 hyphens, and a space, 2 hyphens again, and a period down sign. So this is actually how you declare comments in HTML. So for comments, whatever you type in this comment section is not going to show up in the browser at all. It's not going to actually show up anywhere in the browser. So this is only meant for the programmer, or for any programmer that can actually access your code. So let's say you want to comment here and say this is okay, or let's say in this tutorial we actually learned about bold. Okay, it's supposed to be italics and comments. Okay, so that is how you just comment something out in HTML. And if we go ahead and save this and go back to our browser and refresh, you're gonna see it doesn't happen anywhere, right? Okay, so that's actually how you declare the comments in HTML. And the major reason why we actually put comments in our code is just to remind ourselves, or remind we the programmers, that okay, so let's say in a situation we're having a bunch of codes spreading all over the page about going to 100 and 200 lines. You're going to actually want to leave comments to remember yourself, okay, or about to tell yourself that, okay, this code here actually does this, or this code here actually means this, and so on. Like, also, let's say you're not even the one that want to actually read your code, you want to actually give your code to someone else to actually view for you. So you're going to want to leave comment to help the person that's going to go through your code understand that, okay, this part of the code actually does this, and this part of the code actually does this, right? So that is all I have for you guys in this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for staying to the end of this video. That really means a lot to me. So please, if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful to you. Subscribe to my channel and watch another one of my videos, and I'll see you next time.